Hello, welcome to the video of Principles and Practices of Management, Module 4, Unit 2. Under this video, we would be covering BCG matrix and competitors analysis under environmental analysis and diagnosis. We would also be taking up business environment, its component and concept. Let us start with the corporate portfolio, which says a corporate portfolio approach is analytical, rational, and is guided by the market opportunities and tends to be initiated and controlled by the top management only. It was advocated by Boston Consultancy Group, known as the BCG matrix, and it is approach analyzing a corporate portfolio of business focuses on the three aspects of each particular business's unit, that is its sale, the growth of its market, whether it absorbs or produces cash in its operations. So its goal is to develop a balance among business units that uses up the cash and that supplies cash. Let us start with the BCG matrix. It says it is also referred to as growth share matrix, and it is popular growth portfolio management tool. It is basically a comparative analysis of business potentials and the evaluation of environment. It helps the companies allocate resources. To be successful, a company could have a portfolio of products with different growth rate and different market shares. So a strategic planning tool based on the philosophy that the product's market share rate and the market growth rate are important in determining the marketing strategies. So the factors determining the product's position within a matrix is the product market growth rate and the relative market share. This is the figure diagram of the BCG matrix. Let us start with the BCG matrix. It says it is also similar to the product life cycle, which a business analysis that attempts to identify a set of common stages in the life of a commercial product. For example, the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. The introduction of the product is denoted by the question mark. The growth of the product is determined by the star, the maturity by cash cows, and the decline by the dogs. Let us start with the first star. It says there's high growth market, dominant market share. It requires additional resources to continued growth, and there is a use of large amount of cash and the leaders in the market, so that they should also generate large amount of cash. The rapid growth of the market requires large investments to maintain the market position. The cash cows is the low growth, dominant market share. It is profitable and sources of excess cash. The slow growth of the market does not require large investments to maintain the market position. The third one is the dogs, which says there's a low declining market. The subordinate market share, a business with low relative market share is slowly growing or stagnant market. So there's a moderate users or supplier of cashes. There's a liquidate or the diverse situation. The question mark is denoted by the light growth rate with low market share. It represents a high risk cost opportunity requiring a large commitment of resources to build market shares. And it can be uncertain and expensive ventures too. So the rapid growth of the market may force it to invest heavily simply on maintaining its low shares, even though the low market share is yielding low and negative profits and cash flows consumption. So increasing the question mark share of market relative to the market leaders would require larger investments. So the opportunity here is that the rapid growth of the market segment offers opportunity if the proper business strategy is formulated. Let us come to the limitations or the shortcomings of the BCG matrix, which says there is a high market share, which does not say it is a success factor. So the market growth is not the only indicator for attractiveness of the tour or offer market. Sometimes dogs can earn even more cash or cash cows. So the problem of getting data on the market share and market growth is difficult, and there is no clear definition of what constitutes a market. So the high market share does not necessarily lead to profitability all the time. So it does not directly address the majority of the businesses that have average market shares in the market average growth rate. So generalization based on the model may also be misleading, since the organization with low market share may not necessarily be question marks. So the matrix further does not guide regarding which question marks to support and which dogs to salvage. So finally, the growth market Growth and the market share are not the only factors which make markets attractive and which gives the company strength in the market. Let's come to the next topic, that is the competitors analysis, which says it seeks to assess the strength weaknesses of the current potential competitors, and it is basically about detecting the changes in and around the competitors and assessing what changes imply for the competitors itself, for the marketplace in general. For identifying the competitors, there are questions to be asked like, whom does one usually compete against? What are the firm's most intense competitors? Who are less intense but can still impact the firm's performances? Or who are the ones that come out with the substitutes? So the second question is it possible to divide the various competitors into strategic groups on the basis of their skills, capabilities and strategies? Third question is what are the potential competitors or potential entrant? Is it possible to check their entries? So for understanding and evaluating the competitors, the questions are: what are the objectives and strategies of the competitor? What about their size, their growth, profits? What is the cost structure of the competitors? Do they enjoy any cost advantage? What is the information regarding the competitors' image and current positioning? Who are the most successful competitors in the market currently, and are they able to exploit our weaknesses and serve customers' needs better than us? What kind of capabilities and skill sets are they deployed by the competitors to outfit our others in the marketplaces currently? Let's start with the business environment. It is divided into two, that is the business and the environment. Business is the human activity carried out by unified efforts of different categories of people to produce their wealth through production and distribution of goods and services, whereas the environment is the birth, growth, continuous development of organizations are influenced by a wide ranges of variables such as employees, customers, suppliers, producers and competitions. So together, business environment it refers to those aspects of the surrounding of business enterprises which affect and influence its operations and determine its effectiveness. So, according to Keith Davis, it is the aggregate of all the conditions, events, influences that surrounds and affects it. So, let us start with the nature of the business environment. Since it's complex, that is, there are a number of factors and conditions to be taken care of. Interdependency is that this is a social, cultural, legal, cultural factors are there which are interdependent. Dynamic means it keeps changing the customer's preferences, the new entrance of the competitors. Uncertain means there's uncertainty always there, future cannot be predicted. Relativity means it differs from country to country, region to region. Specific and general forces means it affects the individual enterprises also directly, and it affects the general impact of all the business, overall business also. Forecasting is not possible for all developments, means it is very difficult to predict a long-term basis, which makes it difficult to maintain the environmental analysis. Let's come to the objective. That is, first, the knowledge of information. It is based on decisions. It is helpful in making policies. There is technological planning and the survival in the business. The components of the business environment are divided into two, that is the internal and external, and the external is further divided into micro and macro. Internal is a promoter, mission, internal power, company's image, R&D, human resource, etc., whereas micro are the customer, suppliers, competitors, public image, finances, etc. Macro are the economic factors, social, cultural, demographic, political, natural, technological and global factors. The business environment and the internal environment, there are the financial factors, the physical and the human resource factors, the objectives of the business, the work and environment, the company's image, brand, and the labor management relationship and the R&D capabilities. Whereas the external, it is divided into two, that is the micro and the macro, whereas the micro is the supplier, that is who supply the inputs like raw material, components to the companies, etc., and the customers, their likes and needs are to be taken care of for their satisfaction. The competitors are the competitors who are producing similar products and a very close substitutes to our product. Market intermediaries are the intermediaries which aid the company in promoting, selling and distribution in its goods and finance services. Let's come to the macro, which is divided into Economic environment and non-economic environment. Economic environment is the countries and the business. One has understanding of the economic policy of the nation. These policies put direct impact on the working and success of the business, whereas the economic conditions and the economic policies are the industrial policy, the monetary and the fiscal policy, and the economic system are important factors for constitute of economic environment of the business. Let's come to the non-economic, which are the social cultural factors, that is like the social cultural environment factors consist of human relationship and the development. Some of the important factors of the social environment are like buying and consumption habits of the people, their languages, beliefs, values, customers, traditions, etc. The legal environment is the own systems law. The company operates in a global market, have to take into account the provisions with respects to the legal environment prevalent in the country where they are doing business. So international environment is particularly very important for directly depending on the export and import, whereas the political environment it constitutes the factors relating to the management of public affairs which have the considerable impact on the business. So it impacts on the legislation and the government rules and regulations under which the business organizations operate in the country. Technological environment is the environment both that is machine, that is the hard technology, and the scientific thinking, that is the soft technology, which are used to solve problems and promote progresses. The natural environment is the geographical factors such as the natural resources, endowment, weather, climatical conditions, location, aspects in the global context, the port facilities, etc. Let us come to the significance of the business, that is if how is business environment studying significant. It gives a first mover advantage, it gives an early warning signal, it focuses on the customers, it helpful in strategy formulation, the public image, and there is a continuous learning if we are aware, if we continuously do the business environment. This is all in this video of Principles and Practice of Management, Module 4. Thank you so much.